welcome again to another episode of Winnie's School of Elegance. In today's video, we're going to be talking about all things body carriage. In some of my previous videos, I've talked about the importance of body carriage on our elegant journey, and today I thought it best to just come and show you guys the practical aspect of body carriage. Body carriage is simply how you move your head and your body when you're sitting, standing, laying down, having a conversation, and in other social scenarios that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So you need to pay attention as an elegant person how you carry yourself, whether in public or in private. At the end of this video, you definitely know how to walk, talk, sit, stand gracefully and with some form of class as well, so that you can truly be considered an elegant person. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, now would be the time for you to hit that subscribe button and join the family. This year, like I said in my last video, we will be doing a lot of practicals. We talked a lot last year. This is the time to practicalize everything that we've talked about, so that I can show you guys how to truly be elegant in the different aspect of things. So if you don't want to miss any of our videos, be sure to subscribe so that you can get instantly notified whenever we upload a new video. Without further ado, let's get right into the video of today. Like I said before, this is going to be a very practical video because I'm going to be demonstrating a lot of the different things I'm going to be talking about. But before we go into that, I want to say this, that it's important that you understand the importance and the value of being a confident person. Body carriage makes you confident, no doubt. But if you do not really understand how to be confident from within yourself, you may not truly be able to perform or do all of these things I'm about to share with you in an elegant or a graceful manner. So I'd implore you to go and watch the video that we filmed sometimes a couple of months back on confidence, so that you can truly understand what it means to be a confident person. And then when you have truly understood that and you're already practicing it, it will be easy for you to practice what I'm about to share with you right now in this video. So I have grouped this body carriage topic into different subcategories, and the very first category here would be sitting down. How do you sit down like an elegant person? The sitting down position is a position that signifies rest. You are in a place of rest, you are in a place of calm. It's a position that also signifies that you are in charge, that you are in control of what's happening. So sitting down position says a lot about you as an elegant person. I'm not a body language expert, but I know that body language experts have a lot to say about the sitting down position. So how do you sit down like an elegant person? On my note here, I've put down here, like, as an elegant person, you do not just throw yourself away and not mind what your other body parts are doing when you are sitting down. You don't sit down mindlessly. You don't throw yourself just carelessly with no regard or with no attention to where your body parts are being placed. That's not how you sit down elegantly. And this actually is focused on both the guys and the girls as well. Most especially if you're a lady putting on a short dress or something that's quite revealing. You want to ensure that you're sitting down in a position that really suggests that you're restful, calm, you're confident, you're in charge, and you're in control of whatever is happening there and then. Okay, so another thing that you also need to pay close attention to is that you have to maintain a proper posture when you sit down. Now, when you sit down, like sitting down, you can find yourself sitting down, whether it's your office, your dining table, on the dining table, when you go for a casual outing. Different scenarios will call for you to sit down. It's very easy for you to get carried away and just lose your posture, or lose a good posture, and just slouch and forget yourself, maybe give yourself a hunchback. It's important that as an elegant person, wherever you find yourself, that you sit down with a very good posture. And a good posture is always ensure that your back is straight up, like always straight at all times. And then I also say that if you want to slouch or lean back on maybe the back of a chair, ensure that you go fully into the chair. Let your bum go all the way to the edge of the chair, so that when you are resting your back, it doesn't look like you're slouching. It looks like you're still in a power position. Does that make sense? Another sitting position that you mustn't have when you are sitting like an elegant person will be sitting at the edge of the chair and then fidgeting with either your hands or your bag, as if to show that you are nervous of something, especially when you come into a place that's not your comfort zone for the very first time. You just sit at the edge and then you are like very timid and shy and wondering like what's going on. That's not how to be elegant. That's not how to sit down elegantly. An elegant person, like I said, is always very confident, and that's why I wanted you guys to go and watch that video at the beginning. You don't sit at the edge of the chair. An elegant person occupies the whole chair. Like you literally will occupy space when you're sitting down. That's how to show that you're elegant, because elegance exudes confidence. If you're elegant, you're definitely confident. You don't want to be timid and sitting at the edge. No, occupy the whole damn chair and let people know that you are there. Okay. Still under the sitting down category, something else that you mustn't be doing as an elegant person would be to spread your legs or scatter your legs apart. And this one is also for whether you are a guy or whether you are a girl. I've seen guys sit down and then they spread out their legs dude, close it up. Okay, close it up. Stop giving us ideas. Thanks. So do not spread your legs apart carelessly, like you do not, no, don't do that. Keep it together. You can cross your legs either at the knee or at your ankle. Or for a guy, there's a way you place one of your legs on one of your legs on the other one. That's one way to, even you can actually also cross your legs as a guy as well. But just ensure that whatever it is you're doing with your legs is you're comporting yourself nicely, and then your legs are not just flying. One is in the east and the other one is in the west. Now, still on the sitting down category, when you are in a more relaxed and comfortable environment like your house, maybe your sitting room or your bedroom, there are certain ways that you can also place your legs in an elegant manner. These ones are like in more relaxed ways. You can take on the yoga position. You can sit into the chair, lift your leg on the chair, and then cross your leg at the ankle. If you're with your boo having some Netflix and chill times with your boo, you can put your legs on his laps, but don't just scatter it as like don't throw it all over the place. Still keep it together, keep things classy. All in all, the one rule to always remember is be very mindful of what the other parts of your body is doing when you are sitting down. So the second category would be standing up. How do you stand up with grace, and how do you stand up elegantly? Now, when you are in a sitting position and you're about to get up, maybe to go wherever it is you want to go, again, I think the rule that you always should remember is you have to be very mindful of what the other parts of your body is doing. So don't just stand up don't just stand up carelessly. Pay attention to what's in your surrounding, what's in your environment, and being mindful and conscious of all of those things will help and guide you as you are about to get up. Now, one thing you should also pay attention to when you are about to get up from a seat is there something that you can use as a support? Just something you can place your hands on so that you are not just clumsy and making things just fall or scatter up all over the place. Again, be very mindful and aware of your environment, what you're wearing, what you're doing, and what your other body parts are doing as well as you're getting up. Now, if you're going to be standing for a long period of time, how do you stand like an elegant person? Again, you do not scatter your legs or throw your legs apart. What you can do is you can put your legs together, get a comfortable standing position. When your legs are together, ask yourself, what's the most comfortable standing position for me right now? For someone like me, I find that I am most comfortable when one of my leg is tilted a little bit forward, or when I lift up the heel of one of my legs. So what is your most comfortable position that still helps your legs stay together when you are standing? That's what you should be looking out for. Something else you can do is you can cross your legs at the ankle. So put maybe the right leg in front of the left and still ensure that you are maintaining a good posture. So your back needs to be straight, your shoulders need to be held up high, and then of course you pay attention again to what you're doing with your hands. You don't want your hands to just be flying and dangling around everywhere. You put it together, comport it nicely, and just be very mindful pretty much about every single thing that you're doing. And again, don't be so into it that it starts to look very rigid and very artificial what you're doing. Be natural, let it flow, be at ease with yourself, but still just pay attention to every body part of yours at that particular time. Something else that can also help you stand elegantly would be, again, to pay attention to your environment. Is there somewhere you can go lean on slightly, like you can just gently lean on? And I'm not talking about leaning on the wall. I think it's not elegant for you to just throw your body on the wall because the wall is there for you. Is there a rod you can place your hand on? Is there something you can just support yourself with when you're standing, if standing is an uncomfortable position for you? So pay attention to your environment and see the things that you can use to give yourself all the support that you need while you are standing. Standing is actually also a posture that says, I'm in charge, I'm in control. You stand when you're probably at the bus stop waiting for a bus, when you are giving a lecture or you're giving a presentation in a boardroom. You stand at this when you're having a conversation, when that gist is hot with your friends. Like sometimes when you're gisting hot gist like that, you forget yourself, you throw your legs apart, you throw your hands apart. Like, you need to be very mindful when you are standing as an elegant person, okay? The next category would be when you are engaging in conversation. So whether you're standing and engaging in conversation or you're sitting, whenever it is you're engaging in conversation, there's a way you carry yourself as well. Don't fling your hands and throw it all up in the air because you can talk with your hands. Sometimes I talk with my hands, I can get carried away, but keep it very minimal. Like, keep things very minimal. We get carried away sometimes when we do it, but keep it very minimal. And remember that when you're talking with someone, you need to put the person at ease by being considerate and respectful of them as well. So keep it very minimal. Keep the hand gestures to the barest minimum. Keep your nods to the barest minimum, especially when you want to act like you're really agreeing with what the person is saying. You keep nodding, like keep the nods to the barest minimum. Make eye contact as much as possible, and then use this rule of looking away for a few seconds and looking back, so that the eye contact doesn't look very awkward after a while. You don't want to be looking and gazing around when someone is telling you something. That's very disrespectful. Maintain eye contact, but to break off the eye contact a bit so it doesn't turn into awkwardness, just look away for 1 second, then look back again at the person who's having a conversation with you. And then of course, when you're having a conversation with a person, don't go hitting and tapping, like, you know, when you want to laugh, you laugh and fall on the person. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep your hands to yourself and keep your body to yourself, and remember the rule of your standing and sitting positions, just in case you find yourself standing and having a conversation or sitting to have a conversation. Okay, the next category here would be walking. Now, walking for me is one of my favorite things to do. You walk when you just want to walk leisurely. You walk when you're walking to somewhere or back from somewhere. Walking is something that we do every single blessed day, in the house, outside the house, everywhere that we go. Now, how do you walk as an elegant person? You walk in your flats and you walk in your heels. I'm going to focus on walking in heels first, then I'll go to walking in flats. But the same rule applies sometimes for both. How do you walk as an elegant person? And this is for both the guys and the girls, but for guys, I know you guys don't put on heels, so scrap the heels and then just focus on the points. When I mention heels, just imagine that I'm not talking about you people. First of all, you all know that you would actually have a footwear on your feet when you're walking. So the first pointer is always buy very comfortable footwears, whether it's your slip-ons, whether it's your shoes, whether it's your heels. Always ensure that you have comfortable footwears. Second point is find your perfect size. Don't buy footwears that are too loose or too tight. You want it to just fit perfectly. If it's too loose, you literally would struggle with it. If it's too tight, you may not be able to walk in it. So ensure that it's your perfect size, and this goes for both flats and heels. Okay, third one is, this one is focused more on heels. Find your comfortable heights, especially if you're just starting out walking with heels. There's low heel, there's medium heel, and then there's the high heel. If you're just starting out, I advise that you start with the low heel, okay? Next point here is start within your comfort zone. Again, if you're just starting out on your heel journey, start within your comfort zone. You can start with a wedge. The wedge distributes the weight. The heel is distributed evenly, so that when you're standing on the wedge, it looks like you're standing on a platform. So you can start with a wedge that helps you just walk evenly, or you can start with a chunky heel. Those heels will provide like good support for you to stand on. That's if you're walking with heel. Something else here that I put down here is you can buy a sandal, like a bulky heel sandal that has straps that can go around your feet and give your feet a really good grip, so the sandal is not moving about and it is just gripped firmly to your body. So pretty much start within your comfort zone. Even when you're putting on shoes, I find that sometimes the usual dressy shoes that we have as ladies is not as comfortable as the sneakers. So if your comfortable style is sneakers, start with sneakers and start walking low, learning how to walk with sneakers, okay? The next point that I've put down here is and this one is for if you're starting out with heels. Start by practicing how to stand in heels first. Learn to stand in your heels first. Don't start moving with the heels, because you may really just get things all mixed up. So stand in the heels for start practicing 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just stand in the heels and then just find your fitting by standing first. Next I put down here is practice at home. Practice walking at home with your heels. It's easier to walk in flat than heels. I think that's why I'm laying a lot of emphasis on the heels. So practice walking at home with your heels. There's something about heels. Heels just literally shoots up your confidence level to a whole new level. So if you really are starting out your walking journey with heels, you want to start practicing with your by walking with heels in your house. Okay, move around, go do your chores in heels. It's actually a very interesting thing to do. And I remember when I first started out my walking in heels journey many years ago, I think I was still in secondary school then. I would always take my older sister's heels and I'll walk around the house, I'll walk around the compound, and before I knew it, I became such a pro. Now I strout around in heels. Like, I think I'm more comfortable in heels than I am in flats, actually. The next point that I've put down here is walk with your heels first before the toes. When you put on heels, you know that, or if you wear heels normally, you know that when you're walking, walk with your heels. The heels should touch the ground first before your toes touch the ground. So heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes, heel, toes. Next is take your time. When you're walking as an elegant person, you don't walk scatteredly. Whether you're wearing heels or whether you're wearing flats, you don't walk like you're stomping to go and fight the Fourth World War. No, an elegant person takes their time. There is no rushing. Rushing is not part of our lives. Rushing is not part of our vocabulary. So you take your time, one step at a time. It reminds me of that song by Alicia Keys, one step at a time. Sometimes I literally have that song playing in my head when I'm walking on the road, just so that I can remind myself that I'm a lady who's supposed to take one step at a time. And the last point that I have here for walking is place one foot in front of the other, which kind of like is connected to the previous point of taking it one step at a time. Place one foot in front of the other and just take your time. It's all about taking your time. No walking scatteredly, no walking hurriedly. Just take your gentle time. Hurriedness does not suggest elegance. So take your time and ease yourself into walking like an elegant person. The next category, which will be the final category for this video, would be picking up something from the floor elegantly. How do you pick it? Again, the rule is be mindful of what your body parts are doing when you're trying to reach out to pick up something from the floor, and of course be mindful of your environment. As a lady, don't lift your leg up or bare your goods, the behind goods, to the walls, like without being mindful of how you do it. What you do is you bend your knees and you squat down and pick what you want to pick up elegantly. Don't scatter your legs, don't throw your legs apart, don't do all of that. Just squat gently, pick what you want to pick, and you keep going. For a guy, is even the same thing. Don't be clumsy just because you know that you're putting on trousers. Even as a lady, when you're putting on trousers, you can't afford to throw your legs apart. Just don't be clumsy about things. Be very well put together and just gently slide down, pick up what you want to pick up and keep going. Okay, now that's all I have for you for this video. I don't want the video to be too long. There are other aspects of body carriage, like how do you walk up and down the stairs like an elegant person? How do you get out of the car like an elegant person? I also put here, how do you carry your bag like an elegant person? How do you hold your drinks at social functions like an elegant person? I'll film a second part to this video sometimes in the nearest future and upload that, and so you can also know what to do in other scenarios as well. But for now, we're going to be stopping this video here. I hope you have learned a thing or two. If you notice someone who would find this video valuable, this is the time to share the link of this video with them and get them to join the family so that we can all grow and continue to level up on this thing called life. I'll see you again with another video. Until then, remember to stay elegant.